This channel is proudly sponsored by Bybit, the official crypto partner of Red Bull's Formula 1 team. I've been using their platform for my personal crypto savings over the last few months, and when they got in touch to support the channel, I was super excited. Currently, they're offering you guys a special new promo for the first 100 of you to deposit $10 or more onto the platform. You'll get another $10 free. Also, 5 lucky winners will get their initial deposit doubled up to $1,000. That means if you deposited $1,000 onto the platform using my codes below, you could be within a chance to get another $1,000 completely free. We've seen the landscape around crypto drastically change over the last couple of years, and I genuinely believe it holds an important place in our future. However, please be careful as always when trading, as you are liable to lose money. But if you're interested and you're 18 or older, click the link down below to get started and see why Red Bull and myself, as well as thousands of others, trust Bybit as their crypto. Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with round 11 of season 3 of the F1 2021 Williams Road to Glory. And yeah, a bit of an apology. Nearly 200 episodes in on F1 2021. Unfortunately, yeah, today we had some big recording issues. For some reason, none of my audio recorded or my webcam. I don't really know sort of what happened to any of the footage, but luckily we have still got the race footage here today. So I'm just going to jump in, do a bit of a short and brief version of the race today here from Zandvoort. Of course, yeah, the championship very much heating up at the moment. Max Verstappen still leads the way, 7 points clear of Sergio Perez there, and I think the gap to us is now 12 points at the moment. So a big 3-car battle as we head in towards the final 6 races of the campaign. But of course, this weekend though, we're in Max Verstappen's backyard there. He actually qualified on pole, but luckily for us, had some grid penalties. If we have a quick look down of the grid there, Lewis Hamilton then moves up to pole position, 3/10 clear of Sergio Perez. Of course, Hamilton won the last race out in Belgium. Could he potentially sneak into the title hunt by the end of the year? Bottas and Sainz row 2, ahead of Charles Leclerc and Pierre Gasly. Then Daniel Ricciardo and myself, we start P8. George Russell 9th on a fresh set of tyres there ahead of Stroll. And yeah, Max Verstappen down in 11th there, head of Kimi Raikkonen there. Tsunoda and Ocon, both Alpines, make up row 6. Head of Lando Norris as well, had grid penalties. And Antonio Giovinazzi, and then right towards the rear of the field, Mick Schumacher, Nicolas Latifi, and then of course we've got Nikita Mazepin and Zhou Guanyu as well with penalties. But yeah, like I said though, today we're just going to do a bit of a briefer sort of rundown from this race. You know, I'm not as big a fan of my post-commentary as I do like doing the live comms, so I thought, you know, I didn't want to not do this race today, but I just thought we'd do it, yeah, in a bit of a different style. So don't be alarmed as to why the video is only 18.5 minutes long. You know, we've had a few issues in recent races on F1 2021, mainly with reliability, but yeah, that I can tell you guys now that isn't what happens in this one today. Of course, here though at Zandvoort, strategy is soft mediums. We're going to try and take those soft tyres to about lap 15, ideally lap 16, and try and then take the mediums right the way through to the end of the Grand Prix. Game doesn't think it's possible because we made it into Q3, but that's what we're going to try and do today. So fingers crossed we can just keep it clean and tidy nonetheless. But yeah, ready on the grid then, here for round 11 of the year. Always going to be a tough race for us. Zandvoort, a very good track for the AI, and one that doesn't really suit the Williams either, but ready on the grid then. Waiting on those 5 red lights here for the Dutch Grand Prix. It's going to be lights out, and away we go then. Not responding particularly brilliantly. Let's look at that. Pierre Gasly immediately goes straight up the middle of the Ferraris there and challenges Bottas in the podium places there. We get boxed in alongside George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo there through turn 1, but looks like Russell has made good progress off the start there. We're going to go side by side with our teammate through turn 2 and swoop round the outside through the banking of turn 3 though. Almost run ourselves off the road, so we're still going to be side by side on the corner exit there, but now we move up and do gain a place then up to P7 off the start there. So both myself and George Russell making progress off the start, and this is what we need to do at the moment. Of course, the championship battle very much heating up, not only for us in the Drivers' Championship, but also Mercedes. They seem to have found their form in recent weeks, and now the gap in the Constructors, obviously Red Bull have clear out in front, but Mercedes, yeah, 10 points now behind us as we head into round 11 of 16 here. But yeah, having a look though, looks like Hamilton still leads the way then. Of course, like I said, he won the Belgian Grand Prix last time out. He's still got an outside shot at the World Championship this year, and if Mercedes are going to find their form, then you definitely can never count Lewis Hamilton out until it is all over there. But yeah, end of lap 1 though, Hamilton leads the way ahead of Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas here, and look how much Charles Leclerc struggles clean around the outside through the final corner there. And as we head back down towards the start-finish line here, we have just got that little bit of extra poke from the Mercedes power unit there. And yeah, up 2 spots then at the start of the race. And of course, as always, the Williams race pace definitely seems a little bit stronger than its qualifying trim. He was already on the offensive, trying to look for moves on Carlos Sainz there. Has a look round the outside through turn 3, but thinks better of it there as Charles Leclerc tries to get back alongside us here. We're going to use a bit of battery though as we head up the hill, but yeah, really nowhere to go as we head up in towards turn 4. Oh, got it a little bit close there, but yeah, don't want to risk it all too early on in the Grand Prix there. But you can see already though, by the end of lap 2 there, no idea why both Ferrari cars, whether they were just running a little bit too low on the right height and they couldn't make it through the final corner on heavy fuel. I don't really know there, but clean around the outside of Sainz when we get back down towards turn 1. They're going to try to avoid using too much exit curve as well there. You can see still side by side as we head through turn 2 and in towards turn 3 there. We just get 2 wheels on the grass, but luckily, of course, the banking hugs you in through turn 3 and we do hang on to the place. And now you're up into P6 then. Sorry, P5 of the Grand Prix, and by the end of lap 5 though, new fast lap of the day as we're trying to apply pressure to Pierre Gasly here. Of course, he's always doing well in this AlphaTauri car here. He's having a really good run so far this season as well. There's almost into the back of him as we go through turn 2 there. Can we try and get the run up the hill at a turn 3? Look how early we get on the power, and now alongside Pierre Gasly as we head up the hill there, and he's just going to back out of it as we head in towards turn 4 there. A quick right-hand sweeper as we head down the hill, and yeah, making really good progress then. So 8th to 4th in the opening few laps here, and of course Max Verstappen way back in the Grand Prix means that we should have a good chance here. Both Perez, myself, and yeah, really Lewis Hamilton should all have a good shot this weekend to try and take big points out of Max Verstappen there. And as you can see, closing up to Bottas and Perez on lap 9 though. Unfortunately for Sergio, that whole hope of trying to take points out of him this weekend is going to go up in smoke, both literally and metaphorically there. Sergio Perez out of the Dutch Grand Prix there in heartbreaking style for Red Bull there. He was really Red Bull's hope this weekend. And I mean, yeah, had things ended right there, Perez would have left Zandvoort leading the World Championship once again, something he hasn't done since about round 4 of the year. There's, see, Bottas now, he's going to have no DRS to defend himself with, so we are hopefully going to be able to apply pressure to the second Mercedes there as Hamilton at the front. He's just checked out early on in this Grand Prix there. I think Verstappen was really going to be his only threat early on this weekend, but of course we've still got the option of the alternate tyre strategy as well. Fingers crossed that'll carry us later on in the afternoon here. As you can see, lap 11 now, Bottas, no DRS to defend himself. We're going to try and steamroll our way around the outside there as we head through turn 1, side by side on the exit in the corner here with Valtteri Bottas, and you just see he's really going to try and pinch me through turn 2 and at turn 3 there. Keep me down towards the curbing on the exit of the corner there, and it is going to be a drag race as we head up the hill here, side by side with Valtteri Bottas as we head in towards turn 4 there, and we get a horrible line through the corner there, and accidentally, yeah, really squeezed Bottas out in a way I never intended to, so apologies to Valtteri Bottas there. But we do now move up P2 then in the Grand Prix, so 11 laps in, up 6 places here, and a bit like we did at Austria a few weekends ago, the race pace so much better than the qualifying trim there. As end of lap 12, Hamilton actually going to pit a little bit earlier than I was expecting in this Grand Prix as well there, so that's going to be very interesting to see, you know, if he comes out in traffic, what we're going to be able to do later on in the afternoon there, because of course this could just be a little bit of free time that we can try and claim over the Mercedes man there, of course. And yeah, he's definitely going to be going on to hards to the end of the Grand Prix there, whilst myself, yeah, we're going to go on to mediums here, and actually a couple of other drivers did opt for a similar strategy there. As you can see, Bottas and Gasly now have taken a bit of time out of Lewis Hamilton after they've all done their pit stops. Luckily, we were able to drag the car out just a little bit further in this Grand Prix there. See, by the end of lap 16, round the final couple of corners though, we are going to be peeling into the pits at the end of this lap there. So really happy with how this first stint of the Grand Prix went there as we try and get the car slowed down only just into the pit lane there. 35 miles an hour. I don't know what it is at Zandvoort, but sometimes I really struggle to get the car slowed down there. As into the box we go, and Williams, they're going to come in clutch as well. A nice 2.3 second pit stop. And as we're going to deactivate the limiter on pit exit, here comes Lewis Hamilton down around the outside of turn 1 there. But you can see the gap was about 4.5 seconds before we pit there, and now it's down to about a second here as we head back out of the pit lane. But Hamilton's been mighty fast during the early stages of this Grand Prix here, so are we going to be able to try and find an opportunity to look past the Mercedes man here? Because, you know, Zandvoort, we've kind of gone against the tradition here. We've actually found overtaking not too difficult to do in the first half of this race here. You can see now activating the DRS though as we cross over the halfway stage of this Grand Prix here, and you can just see how quick that Mercedes is back down towards turn 1 there. The only thing that threw me off was Hamilton was braking slightly earlier than I was expecting through turn 1. But you can just see we've got so much extra grip early on this new stint there. But that isn't going to last forever, you know. Those hard tyres for the AI can go really, really well towards the end of the Grand Prix there. As again, we just trip over a little bit behind Lewis there, trying to find opportunities, trying to find a place to make a move. And it's just not happening at the moment here. As the end of lap 19, they're getting really aggressive down around the outside at the end of the back straight there, and just not quite enough, as we don't want to spin over those curbs there. Just end up in the gravel trap, and that's going to give Hamilton a little bit more breathing room once again there, and not do our tyres any favour either at this stage of the Grand Prix. But I mean, yeah, this is critical for both Hamilton and myself in the Drivers' World Championship here. Both of us could really do with a win this weekend there. As you can just see, lap 21, Hamilton again just moves defensive in towards turn 1 there, and I don't have the confidence to get to the inside of the AI in towards that first corner, because they tend to box you over that inside curb, and immediately then the back end will just go around there. As you can see again though, almost is the back of Hamilton as we head through turn 3 there, trying to put the power down as we head up the hill. And again, just no moves happening at the moment here. As one lap later, again having a look to the inside of Lewis, but that time around he just closes in to the apex there. Complete confidence from Lewis that I won't just try and stick the nose in here. And you know, we've got so much to gain but so much to lose at this stage of the championship. We have got to be careful as well, because Pierre Gasly is lurking just behind us here to the outside in towards turn 1 here, and I thought this might be the best chance we get all race along here, side by side with Hamilton, just like we did with Bottas all those laps ago there. And again, the Mercedes though, he's going to try and force me out down towards the curbing through turn 3 there. Are we going to be able to get the run as we head off the corner exit there? It is going to be a drag race as we head up the hill between myself and Lewis Hamilton there, but he gives me a big squeeze towards the curbs, and Hamilton got that little bit more fight. As there we go, Pierre Gasly having a look up the inside through the next corner there, and Gasly just trying to take any opportunity he possibly can here, all over the back though of Pierre there, and that AlphaTauri. I mean, he's doing a miracle in that car at the moment, but he certainly doesn't quite have the same pace as the Mercedes there. And once again, Hamilton just able to hang on, able to build up a little bit of a gap as well there, as we did dispose of Pierre Gasly quite quickly once more. But of course, yeah, the tyre advantage we had was really just fading away there, as you can just see kicking out the back end slightly as we head through the next couple of corners here. But yeah, Hamilton at the moment just doing everything he needs to at this stage of the day there, as we set new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Could really do with the bonus point at this stage of the afternoon there. But Hamilton again, he's just got enough in that Merc there. Mercedes, since the summer break, have really come on strong, really since Silverstone actually, before the summer break there. They have just found the pace that they were missing throughout the entirety of the first half of the campaign here. And lap 27 though, doesn't happen often now on F1 2021, but coming up towards some lap cars there, is not too sure what Nikita Mazepin was doing there. Just forces me to the inside and off the line there when we get in towards the braking zone. Luckily, Nicholas Latifi going to do a bit of a better job there. Does lift out before we get down in towards the penultimate corner there. But again, it just spreads out this top 3 group, as Pierre Gasly is going to drop back once more ever so slightly here. As on to lap 30 now we go, lap 31 even. And Hamilton again, we now just can't stay close enough through the second half of the lap there to even try and get a run back down towards turn 1 here. And you can see as we head on to lap 35 of the Grand Prix, Hamilton now, that's how much pace he's got in that Merc there, just quite nonchalantly sets a new fast lap of the Grand Prix with just a couple of laps to go here. And that is absolutely heartbreaking for our race, because unfortunately, yeah, it basically just meant though Hamilton, by the end of the race, you can see 2.9 seconds clear. The pace did really fall off over those last few laps here. And as we head down in towards the final couple of corners, it's been a brilliant race. Unfortunately, yeah, I would have loved, I mean, the live com I thought was really, really fun for this weekend there. But round in the final couple of corners, to be honest, I think we can be pretty happy there. We've taken big, big points out of our big championship rival, Max Verstappen. But Hamilton wins again there. He's on a fantastic run of form over the last couple of weeks, and another fastest lap as he crosses the line. We come through though for P2 in the end, and to be honest, yeah, from P8 on the grid, P10 at the end of qualifying, we can be very, very happy with that result there. Took big points out of both Red Bull drivers as well, and yeah, nice driver of the day to finish us off as well there. So rather happy with those final race results there. Like I said, you know, we couldn't expect everything this weekend. It was always going to be a difficult track for us, but Monza next weekend there should suit our car a whole lot more. There is Hamilton, yeah, I don't think now, as we have a look towards the championship points, you can't count him out, because he is now definitely right in this battle there. As you can see, having a look then At our final race results, Lewis Hamilton takes home the race victory, 2.5 seconds clear of myself there. Fastest lap, pole position, full 26 points for Hamilton. Could he be an outside shot by the end of the campaign there? We come through for P2 ahead of Pierre Gasly and both Ferraris there. George Russell in 6th ahead of Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas there with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris rounding out the top 10 for McLaren there. Lance Stroll, Kimi Raikkonen, Yuki Tsunoda, and yeah, Zhou Guanyu actually did pretty well considering he started right at the rear of the field there to recover back up to P14 in his first Dutch Grand Prix in this career mode. Having a look then over at the Drivers' Championship, it's all square between myself and Max Verstappen. They're 177 points apiece. Sergio Perez, it could have been a whole lot worse for him this weekend. He's still only 13 points out. But Hamilton now, out of nowhere, 20 points away from the championship lead there. 4 cars in a title battle. I've never had this on F1 at 2021 there. But yeah, like I said though, in the intro, a massive apologies for the issues on this video. Like I said, I didn't want to just completely skip this Grand Prix, but I knew, yeah, it wouldn't quite be the same as the normal races from this career mode. But yeah, we will be back though. Fingers crossed, I'm going to try and make sure everything's all fixed, ready for the next episode. I don't think it's going to be a permanent problem there. 6 points clear of Mercedes still in the constructors as Ferrari do a good job to jump McLaren as well after a strong weekend. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. Like I said, a massive apology from me. But yeah, we'll be back very, very soon. Round 12 of the year where we head back to Monza. You guys do not want to miss that. This championship is getting very, very spicy. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.